Leia told purple-haired Paula that we have the house to ourselves.
She has the biggest mouth at school. People aren't just gonna show up at my house uninvited, right?
That's literally what we do every day.
I know that so many of you like myself, I also like binging on Netflix. And some of the shows that have been binge watched by so many people was That 70s Show, which had a spin-off not too long ago with That 90s Show, which stars our very own Filipino-American pride, Sam. Yeah, it's just an amazing journey for you, for somebody who just answered an open casting call. And here you are now, second season. And so everything was a surprise, a step along the way. The reception for That 90s Show, because let's face it, not all sequels or not all spin-offs do as well as the original. How much of that was a surprise to you, and just the warm reception of the Filipinos?
Oh, I was not surprised or shocked at all from the warm reception of the Filipino community.
You knew,
because I knew that at least on the receiving end, whenever I see a Filipino actor or artist or anyone in the public eye that is Filipino succeeding, I like the confetti's going off, fireworks, we're throwing a party for them. Like, there's always so much excitement to have representation in any small way.
Yeah, let me add that I spoke to Nico Remigio, Kansas City Chiefs, right? And he also did say that he wasn't surprised at the warm reception. He talked about how they would all gather as a family and cheer Manny Pacquiao on. So he knew that Filipinos love supporting fellow Filipinos.
Yeah, it's a built-in community.
Yes.
The fact that you are Filipino,
They'll like you.
They'll love you.
Yes.
It's family.
Right. But the reception for the show itself.
I was nervous at first, also because this is my first time, this is my first anything.
Yeah.
As nervous as anyone is when a show is first coming out. But during the filming process of season 1, everyone on set, the cast, the crew, the executive producers, the writers, they were like, this is gonna be good. This is like gonna get a season 2.
Right.
This is family too, because we have our own family on set. I always hear horror stories about certain sets,
co-stars,
co-stars, drama, bad eggs, all of that.
Yeah.
We had nothing of the sort. All of us were just, everyone was so committed to supporting each other. Everyone just wanted to see each other succeed. There was no one left hanging. Everyone was held up.
Right.
And that was on the cast side, in front of the camera and behind the camera, the producing team, the writing team, the writer's room. Everyone was committed to having all of us succeed, which made me so grateful to have 90's as my first project, because I didn't experience I didn't have a bad experience. I had the complete opposite of one. So I knew that even if there wasn't great reception, I was walking away with a great experience with more friends, just people I know that are in my corner, and more people for me to support.
Yeah, because let's just give them a preview too. I know they follow you on social media and they probably see this a lot too. Outside of taping and outside of rehearsals, you hang out, we take dance lessons,
me, Callie, who plays Leia, and Ashley, who plays Gwen, we used to go to Playground LA, which is like a dance studio in Los Angeles. Yeah, and we would take beginner, intermediate hip-hop classes every Tuesday night. We went a few times. We're god awful, we're so bad, but we had the best time. All of us. Max got an Xbox for his dressing room, and all 6 of us would storm his dressing room, and we would play Call of Duty's Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Time would just pass us by. I adore all of those people, and I know that I'm going to be friends with them for a really long time.
Right, and now you have another reason to celebrate your friendship through season 2.
Yeah.
Tell us about that for the fans. What can they expect?
Just a lot of drama, a lot more Nikki, because I think that in season 1, we were still trying to get a feel for who Nikki was.
Right.
But this season, there's a lot of spotlight on Nikki. You see her a lot more, and you see everyone's relationships develop tenfold. It's very difficult to have meaningful character arcs in only 10 episodes.
Right.
This time we had 16. So we had that time to develop and for you to see problems, conflicts, and the resolution of them. And it's a lot of drama, it's a lot of love, because at the end of the day, all 6 of us are a friend group.
Right. All right. Season 2 of That 90's show launching on June 27th on Netflix.
Yeah.
We're going to be back with the last segment when we return. Sam, I did my research on you. You are here, a Filipino-American actress representing for us and doing it so beautifully on the That 90's show, Season 2, June 27th on Netflix. But I know that you grew up watching Tagalog movies and Tagalog teleseries, and you're a fan of Kathniel.
Yes. Oh my gosh, my mom sent me the Instagram notification. My boyfriend sent me the thing when
they broke up.
That they broke up.
Yes.
It was genuinely daggers to my heart because I grew up watching them.
Would you be okay with doing a Filipino project?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would be so okay with doing a Filipino project.
Calling all producers.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm working on my fluency. I only know a little bit of Tagalog.
Sige nga, konti. Ano pang...
Ayoko.
Ayaw mo.
Ayoko yun. I don't want to do that because I'm nervous. Because I'm just very curious, so, and I can understand my parents when they speak to me, but the syntax, the grammar rules, I'm not very familiar with.
Right.
And I intend to be more familiar with it. I learned Dahil Sa'yo. I learned that song.
Oh.
It's like small things that make me feel connected to
That's
my
right.
culture.
You did learn a lot too from Faso.
Yes.
Hold me close and hold me.
I loved Faso. They were always so helpful in my journey as a performer and a singer, and they always gave really great feedback. They're very focused on growing and developing younger talents. They don't want to just say, that was great. They will give you specific notes and tell you they really want to see you succeed.
Right. So for aspiring actors like yourself, what would be, if you could only give one tip?
One? Just one?
Just one.
I mean,
how many do you want to give?
all of them.
All of them.
Actually,
Right
I'm no teacher. But I did do a lot of acting classes, but the one thing that has always resonated with me was to be honest. I used to think that acting meant that you would be a really good liar. But then one teacher told me that acting at its best is the rawest form of authenticity because you are telling your character's truth. All people ever want to see is the truth and people be honest. I feel like that's where great things come.
That's profound. If there's like 3 things that you wish people had asked you, you wish people would know about you, but haven't, what would it be?
I don't know. I've gotten a lot of great questions. I've had a lot of great interviews. It's always about acting and art, and I love those conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I wish that I could just spend a day with someone and go thrifting with them, and that's how you really. Because I love to thrift, and I love vintage things. Like this is actually.
I saw
this
that.
This is my lolo's barong. I think from the 60s.
Wow.
From the 70s?
It's amazing the way
Yeah.
he's kept it immaculate.
I know.
Yeah.
It's all my grandma, I think.
Right. And speaking of grandma and grandpa, I'm sure this is one thing that you haven't really told people much about. I hope not. This is a scoop. The summer camps at your grandparents'
oh my gosh.
house.
Yeah, it's honestly formative pieces of my childhood. Like they always valued art, and their logline was, or their catchphrase was, "Oyo na Oya Summer Camp, where learning and fun are one."
Oh.
So they.
Every summer, I always think of what project the kids can work on. I told myself maybe I can be the teacher of my grandkids. They will come here and try to learn something, maybe how to crochet, remember? That I learned from my grandma, and so I passed it on to Sam.
It was such a treat, not just for the kids, because they get to spend time with each other, the cousins and the grandparents, and being away from home.
Like
Thank you.
all throughout my childhood, it was encouraged to make art, make something, paint, sing, be well-rounded by not only focusing on academics and school and things like that, but also the beauty of life, which is art.
I feel like I got to know Sam Morelos in the last 30 minutes of conversation. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you, Lola, for letting us use your space. And yes, thank you for joining us. This has been SoJannelle, and you've been watching. No, I'm Janelle So, and you've been watching SoJannelle.